Sember what she wanna hate, of course. Sember of Team Great Britain.
Hi guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Cindy Sember and I am an Olympic athlete currently training for my third Olympic Games. As you can imagine, eating is a very big part of preparation for me. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys what I have been eating in a week, some of the different recipes that allow me to fuel myself so that I feel extremely good going into my training sessions, which will prepare me to make my third Olympic team. Alright, this first meal is going to be a quick smoothie. I take about 1/3 of a cup of oats and I grind it up in the blender to make an oat flour. And then once that's done, I add some almond milk to it just to make sure that everything blends. It's good to have some type of base. And then I add some bananas. I actually used my Back 100 for this, and I'll attach a video here about that. Then some strawberries, some blueberries, vanilla extract, and some honey to make it nice and sweet. I just blend this all up, and this is a good meal because it gives me the energy with the sugar, but it also has that carb component with the oats, and that'll keep me going through my sessions. And I'll also eat a piece of toast just to give me that extra bit of carb. This is a quick morning option if you need a quick breakfast. The next option is a lunch and dinner option. So I start off with adding some aluminum to a pan, and I take my rings off because I'm about to deal with some raw meat. I take a whole fillet of salmon and I just wipe down all the excess liquid on it. I'm going to be using this for leftovers for John and I, so just add some salt all over the salmon. I add some black pepper and some garlic powder. Next, I make this mixture, which has honey, some gluten-free soy sauce, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, I am gluten-free, and some lemon, just to not make it taste so fishy. I mix that all together, and I'm going to use this as the marinade for the salmon. So I will pretty much add this on as if I'm painting the salmon. I'm just gonna make sure it's all over it. You want to make sure you go heavy on it because this is what's really going to make it taste good, is this nice marinade. Lastly, I add some paprika, which gives it a nice brown flavor once it's done cooking. While that marinates, I add some salt to a pan and I let the water boil. Next, I cut up some asparagus, take off all the ends of it, and I flavor it with olive oil, some garlic, and some salt and pepper, and I just mix it all in there with this bag. After that, I take some honey potatoes and I just wash them all off, and I boil those for about 15 minutes. Is currently about to put the salmon in our smoker. We're going to grill this for about 30-25 minutes or smoke it.
Yeah, I'll have to look at it. It might be as much as 40.
Okay, because it's so big, we're going to have lots of leftovers. While the salmon is cooking, I just add some oil to the potatoes. I add some fresh thyme, some rosemary, and some salt, onion powder, and I put that with the asparagus, and I'm just gonna bake this for about 25 minutes. This really gets potatoes nice and soft and crispy as well. All right, this is the final product. We have some salmon, some asparagus, some baby potatoes with the side of the John cilantro sauce for the salmon, and we're about to dig in. So here's a tip. If you are an athlete, you need to make sure you are fueling yourself properly. Something I used to think was, I don't want to eat too much before my sessions because, you don't want to feel heavy or you just want to feel really lean. But that's a lie, y'all. You need to eat more food because that's going to make you feel really, really fast. And that's one of the reasons I feel super strong this year. This next meal is going to be spaghetti bolognese. I take some onions and I fry them, and I take some ground beef and I also brown that up. Next, I add some salt and some garlic powder, some Italian seasoning, and some black pepper. Next, I just add this traditional Italian Prego sauce. And y'all, that's literally a 10-minute meal right there. If you don't like to cook, just make this at least. It literally takes about 10 minutes. Super good, and I just eat it with some salad. Something I have learned is that incorporating protein has made me so much stronger over the years. I learned that making sure I eat my protein right after my workouts gives me the muscles that I need to run fast, and it also helps my muscles to recover. I am stronger than I've ever been because of the amount of protein I take, and I also take protein supplements just to make me feel good. This next option is also a dinner or lunch option, and this is steak hibachi. So I am going to cut up some beef, and I just make them super small into bite-sized cubes. After that, I take some zucchini, and I like to cut them super tiny as well. And then I'm going to brown the zucchini first because it takes a lot longer to cook. I add some salt and I cut up one onion and add that to it as well. Next, I use my gluten-free soy sauce and I add that all over it. I add some teriyaki sauce, some butter, and you just want to mix that all up and let it cook. Next, I add 2 eggs. Clearly, I don't know how to add eggs to a pan, as you can see on the side. And I let that cook up, and I add it to some basmati rice. Once I mix all that up, I add some more butter, some more of the soy sauce, some more of the teriyaki sauce, and a little bit more salt and garlic. And then lastly, I will add some mixed vegetables, and that is the rice. Next, I just fry up the meat that we cut up earlier, and I add the salt, more of the sauces. Cook it up until it's nice and brown, but you don't want to overcook it. So probably 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And once that's done, I just take it off of the heat. And that's your meal, y'all. That one is one of my go-tos. It is super quick, super filling. You can eat it with a yum yum sauce like the restaurant, and it's super tasty. All right, so for dinner tonight, we are doing a rotisserie chicken. John is gonna make a sandwich. I might do a salad. I don't know yet what I'm gonna eat with it, but chicken salad maybe. But here's the thing, sometimes it's busy, life gets kind of chaotic, and you just need a quick meal, and this is such a good idea. It's super quick, and it's only $5 here, and you can literally make so many different meals and have so many varieties with just this thing. So
we normally get, for $5, we normally get 2 meals out of it for 2 people. So
yeah,
it's like, 4, quote unquote, 4 meals.
You can get like 4 meals out of this. It's absolutely worth it. All right, y'all, for this last meal, I'm going to take some of the leftover beef I had from the hibachi. I'm going to make some steak and broccoli. So I take the gluten-free soy sauce and I marinate that up with it. I add some brown sugar, some sesame oil, some rice vinegar, and some ginger. Some minced garlic, and I mix that all together, and I let it sit in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes. Once that's done, I add some cornstarch and some of the sauce to make a slurry, and I add that all over the meat to make it like a sauce, and I also fry some broccoli, and honestly, this one is super quick as well. It was so good. I loved how it tasted. You want to add some sesame seeds to it. And my husband also loved it as well. So I hope these recipes encouraged you guys. Try them out. Let me know what you think. Also, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.